Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of The Clean Talk. The world of commercial laundry is vast and growing really fast. It is also surrounded by various myths and malpractices. Today's episode is all about debunking those myths with our experts, Mr. Nikos Pastras, Application Expertise Leader, Emerging Markets, Diversey, a Solenis company, and Mr. Chinmoy Chatterjee, General Manager of the Golden Sands Laundry. Welcome to the Clean Talk, Nikos and Chinmoy. Welcome to the Clean Talk, Nikos and Mr. Chinmoy. It will be a pleasure to host you today. Without further ado, I will share the first myth to debunk. And the first myth that spans the laundry industry, which, guilty as charged, I also used to believe for a long period of time, hotter water always means cleaner laundry. How true is this?
Start.
All right, let me start. This takes me back a few years when people really needed to use hot water to really clean their linen. Not anymore. This is a myth, and thank you for calling it a myth, Samia, because modern chemistry, modern laundry chemistry doesn't require hot water anymore. It requires, of course, some heat, but you don't have to boil it until it behaves. In fact, modern chemistry is going to lower and lower temperature levels while ensuring linen disinfection. It may sound mind-blowing, but it's a chemical truth.
Chinmoy, would you like to add to this from your experience?
As mentioned by Nikos, that it was a trend in the industry for a long period because heat is one of the requirement in the wash chemistry and especially in the wash slicker. But as the thought process has changed in today's life, there are enzymes, there are low water, what will I say, like low temperature chemicals that does the part which used to be done by high temperature in the olden days. Okay. Basically, this high temperature affects on the yarns of the fabric. Basically, yarns are there, from there it is twisted, then fibers are made, and from fibers the fabrics are constructed. So he being an expert in the application, he said the right thing, and I agree with him that yes, this is a myth. Nowadays it is upside down. Nowadays these things are not.
So
not
does colder water fetch better results?
This depends on the chemistry, that how to balance the chemistry to eliminate the role of temperature in the wash liquor by, putting certain things that will bring the result. You got my point? Like a catalyst, so eliminating the temperature, but the results are obtained into the same level or somewhere better. I ask this gentleman, he's an expert again.
Well, let me add something to what Mr. Chinmoy said. Where do we really need hot water? Where do we really need high temperature? We still need high temperature to wash healthcare linen, hospital linen. And why is that? This is another myth, of course, because if we look around at the country Ministry of Health regulations, and I'm a big collector of different linen disinfection regulations from different countries, all of them agree on one thing. It's a Paleolithic concept, but they all say that we need to wash at high temperature in order to achieve thermal disinfection. As I said before, modern chemistry can achieve chemical disinfection at lower temperatures. So even if you put me in front of somebody from the Ministry of Health of Dubai, I would be able to prove, not to just describe, how low temperature in combination with the right chemistry can disinfect linen, even hospital linen.
Well, to add with him, as he very specifically mentioned that healthcare linen, in healthcare linen, the first requirement is chilled water to eliminate the blood stains.
Okay.
Because those blood stains are broken because it has a component that breaks the chilled water. Even you can try, if there is a slight blood stain somewhere in the collar or some area, just dip it in the chilled water without any chemical. It will get out of it. You got my point?
Okay.
So chilled water is required in medical laundries because to break that part. In medical laundries, there are different type of stains are there: body fluid, blood, and medical stains, like several medicine that is applied. But what he said, the infections are killed, the thermal disinfection, what he says, 67 to 68 degree. So that is required once we go to that stage. So the initial stage, you need chilled water, and then you need 67, 68 for medical laundries. So that's what I think I told you right
to the point.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to the next point, it is often said that more detergent equals better results. Is this a myth or truth?
Again, I look at this gentleman because I have learned a lot from him. He's an industry tycoon. Start.
I so enjoy being here with you today because we are here to debunk some myths, right? So, Samia, the question you asked is like saying if a spoon of salt tastes good, then the whole jar might taste delicious. Right?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't work like that.
Yes, that's what it happens. If a doctor has prescribed, you have to take 3 times a medicine as a dose. And if you think you take all 3 in one shot, this is not going to kill or make you more faster health recovery. So there is a specified dose that can be absorbed or required to eliminate certain stains in the fabric. That's what the chemistry works. So it is not correct that more detergent will. So we break it,
That is true, Chinmoy. And let me take it a bit away from breaking down the stains, right?
Yes.
What is the impact of overdosing to machines?
And the
Yes.
textile, maybe.
The textiles.
Both
I
way.
like the way you think. And not only that, since I'm also a sustainability expert, let's talk about the impact on the environment. Many laundry experts may tell you that there's no problem because our chemicals are biodegradable,
Yes.
right? What does it mean? It means that after a certain amount of time, which I'm going to tell you how long is, okay, those chemicals will be fully disintegrated in the soil, okay? Now let me tell you what is that amount of time. It's 28 days. So I want you to think simply, okay, what will be the environmental impact if you dispose 10 ml of chemical into 1 square meter of soil for 28 days versus 50 ml of chemical? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So there is also an impact on the environment, which we should not forget. So there are always in each detergents company, chemical supplier, you name the company, there are people who are called application experts, and they are the ones who will program what I call the symphony of detergents.
Exactly,
How much,
symphony.
when, and at what stage of the wash process.
Chinmoy, would you like to add to this?
Yeah, he explained the entire thing, and this particular symphony or harmony is very, very important as far as balancing the wash chemistry in the wash liquor. When it needs to be given, what doses is to be given, and that is why they are known as application experts, because water level is also important, that how much water is required to wash a particular volume of linen. So a high level, medium level, low level, and then the dilution of the injected doses, then all together it becomes the wash liquor and gives the final result.
All right, perfect. Now the next one is all textiles can be treated the same.
Can I start?
Yes, of course, yes.
So it's like saying, I want you to imagine this, Samia. I don't know if you're married or you have a husband. So imagine putting your husband's silk tie in the same wash load with towels and wash it at 90 degrees with a heavy spin. Do I make a point?
Yeah, you do.
So
Yes.
the answer is that you cannot treat all textiles the same. Actually, textiles, in my opinion, even though I'm a chemist by profession and I'm a laundry expert, as Mr. Chinmoy said, textiles is like a hobby for me. So I have studied textiles very deep, and I'm thankful to my employer, Diversey, because we have our own highly advanced textile laboratory in our European headquarters in the Netherlands, and part of my training was done there. So been there, done that. What I would like to say about textiles is that textiles are like personalities. They need to be treated differently. Some of them are delicate. Some of them are high maintenance, like my ex-wife. I'm joking again. So we all start from the same stage when it comes to textiles. We need to first look at the textile care label, which is like the textile talking to us. It's telling us how it should be treated, and it's telling me, as a chemist and laundry expert, how I should program Mr. Chinmoy's machines and my dispensers in order to arrive to that beautiful symphony that I mentioned before.
Correct. Towing his line, I must add that, we in Golden Sands, or rather in my, past companies, wherever I have been, we always have emphasized on this particular part, that inspection, identification of the textile is the base thing for selecting the wash process and at the same time selecting the wash chemistry. I can give you an example, like, different textile is like a different disease. Like different disease need to be treated with different type of medicines.
Yeah.
Different nature of textiles should be treated with different chemistry and applied theory as far as the wash liquor building is concerned. As you mentioned, if you talk about silk, and if you wash it is gone for a toss. It cannot be, because silk is an animal fiber, it is derived from a particular process. Then it needs to be treated with a particular solvent called perchloroethylene. Okay. Now, sometime it is also required for a special treatment that perchloroethylene cannot do the total functioning. So you have to add a dry cleaning detergent with it with a specific dose. Then only this will do the functioning. But on the other hand, a lot of people, they go to the laundry shop and all this, give a pair of jeans and say, dry clean it.
Yeah.
But at the end, dry cleaning a jeans, it never happens, because it needs a wash. It needs a wet process to take out the dirts from the weaves. So, however, in all fairness, what he says, I am in line with him, and different textile need to have different wash process.
Perfect. Now, next one, and this might be of particular interest to you, Mr. Nikos. All detergents work the same. It's just branding. Now, is this a myth or is this the truth?
Again with the masterpiece.
A wise man and my personal mentor once told me the best answer to this question is what the Germans say. They say Jein, which comes from ja and nein, meaning yes and no. Let me explain what yes means and what no means. So it's like saying shampoo is a shampoo. You go to the supermarket, you just grab a shampoo from the shelf and you're good to go, right? It doesn't work like that. Detergents, as I told you, are a combination, is a chemical symphony. The person who steps inside Mr. Chinmoy's laundry should have knowledge, deep knowledge, across not only chemistry, laundry chemistry, but also textile chemistry, textile engineering. Okay, so in principle, all detergents are the same because in principle we wash in alkaline conditions. So if you have a chemical that can create alkalinity, then in theory you could wash linen. If you have a bleach together with it and the fabric softener, in theory you could wash linen. But if you don't know exactly what is the content inside your product, and you don't know exactly what textile you're about to clean, you will destroy Mr. Chinmoy's customers' linen. And this is something that his customers won't be happy about.
Definitely.
Yes, if you allow me to say,
Sure.
I would just add that, as you mentioned very correctly, that if I say detergent, all detergents are same. Follow my words, huh? But what is there in the detergent is different. That means detergent is a terminology in which several chemicals are there in a particular ratio.
Yeah.
That is the actual component to play on the textile. So all detergents are not same because all detergents ingredients are not mixed and matched in the same component. Shampoo, as he said, all shampoos are shampoos, but there are shampoos, it has a conditioner. There are shampoos that does a dandruff control. There are shampoos that give you a shiny look. Why? It is all are shampoos
Because of their composition.
of the ingredients composition, and there the companies, the brands are playing their role. What is the chemistry? There are huge research and development is working days and after days for coming up with the renovation and updated things. Like before, we used to have these detergents or something that required hot water, what we discussed in the first. Today, there are detergent that does not require hot water. Why? There are certain components is being injected that does not require. It is going without temperature. What do you think, sir?
Absolutely true. Actually, now that I think about it, I would like to give you a more generic view of the topic. You may know, Samir, that the industry where myself and Mr. Chinmoy operate is called B2B, business to business, right? I have stopped using this term many years ago, and I replaced it with P2P, person to person. If the chemist, the application experts who steps foot into your laundry does not know their game, you're toasted. Simple as that.
Yeah. Like B2B, like, a business is invisible without the representation of a person. So as he explained, P2P, person to person, is very, very significant that actually a business is just a mask. Behind that, a person is there who is actually playing the role. Correct me if I'm wrong.
The one who needs to press the right buttons to make everything work.
Yes.
Of course, definitely. And now the next one, this is about preventive maintenance. Many people say that preventive maintenance is optional. What do you think about it?
I will touch this point from a financial analyst point of view. Even though I don't run a laundry, I don't own a laundry operation, so I don't own the machinery, I own dispensing units. So Diversey is installing chemical dispensers free of charge, actually it's free on loan, at each and every of our customer sites. All those dispensers are smart. We have connected the dispensers to the cloud. So we are getting real-time data and we are giving access to the customer. So the customer can download production data and we, as application experts, can see real-time what the internal components, the critical components of the dispenser are doing and how many work hours they have. And we will preventively go and replace those. Imagine having a car, a luxurious car. You need to do preventive maintenance because if something breaks, it will cost you a lot. Now, let me talk to you from a financial analyst point of view. Preventive maintenance, actually spare parts, is just a line in the balance sheet of Mr. Chinmoy's business. If you treat it as a cost line, you may start playing around with it. So you may start cutting corners, right?
Right.
What can be the impact? If the machines, in a commercial laundry, if one machine stops running, it generates a cost, an additional cost. So what we say is that in a commercial laundry, since it's a factory that produces what? Clean linen, a factory should never have downtimes.
Definitely.
If any piece of equipment has downtime, it generates a cost. You know where I'm getting at? That cost, okay, if you start cut corners in that particular line of your balance sheet, this will have a direct impact at your bottom line, which is called EBITDA. And EBITDA is the line where the business owner, the shareholders, and the investors will look at. I hope I made my point.
Definitely, you made your
Yes,
point.
actually, to be very precise, as he mentioned that he does not, or rather, he is not directly involved with the equipments of any commercial laundries. They are the one who is giving us the dispensing system, that auto dosing system for the entire plant. We are the one who is having the entire set of equipments that is providing a service to the hotels and directly to the customers of the hotels. Suppose from Golden Sands point of view, today we have 82 hotels in our portfolio. We are managing linen of 23,159 rooms in all across Dubai and Ras Al Khaimah and Sharjah area. Now, these 82 hotels are dependent on us. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So, if I do not take care of my equipments, it will give any time and alert that it got stuck. And the moment it gets stuck, the end effect is with the customers that
definitely.
they will face challenges. So that's why preventive maintenance is very, very important, and planned shutdown. Preventive maintenance, when I do, suppose I have 5 tunnels and I want to do a preventive maintenance for one particular tunnel. So it's a planned shutdown for 3 hours so that I can plan the operation accordingly. That 3 hours planned shutdown will help me to prevent breakdown at an abrupt way. So that's why it is very, very important for preventive maintenance. And as he mentioned, that it affects on the EBITDA, rather net profit. Different companies say in a different way. R&M cost is that repair and maintenance, that is linked to this preventive maintenance, is one of the vital costs. The more age of a plant grows, R&M cost goes high. You got my point?
Yeah.
But to have in a better controlled situation, preventive maintenance is something like a must of any big size plants.
May I
Alright.
give a
Sure.
lighter note to this question?
Of course.
Neglecting preventive maintenance is like saying that brushing your teeth is optional. Yeah, do that until they
That's a
fall
very
out.
good analogy.
Yes. Exactly.
You give very
exactly.
nice analogies, Mr. Nikos. And now, coming to the last point. Once a chemical system is set, it doesn't need revisiting. What would you like to say about
See,
that?
this is what he will of course take up, but I am just giving a clue that the previous question what you asked and where he started with the dispensing system is provided free of cost to several plants. That is the heart, like that is pumping the blood into the entire system. As I mentioned, we are doing 82 hotels, 23,000 rooms and all. Everything is on that particular dispensing system where if it is not calibrated in proper way, it will give anomalies and haywire result will come. Now he will explain the rest. As he mentioned that brushing tooth is very important in our life. Preventive maintenance or setting up the dispensing is also very important. There is a schedule that he will explain rather much in a better way, that his team comes, does the entire exercise in a periodical manner, gives us the result that confirms that yes, it is functioning properly, and rest he will answer.
Sure. I really liked Chinmoy, your metaphor about dispenser being, the heart that provides blood to the whole laundry operation. So yes, this is true. And I forgot to mention that since the dispensers are connected to the cloud, I can make any changes I want or I need from the comfort of my home or from my phone. However, this is not enough. It's the set it and forget it myth, what you just asked, Samia, which is perfect for rotisserie chicken. Okay, you press the button, and the chicken will be self-cooked. It doesn't work with chemicals. Let me tell you a short story, my personal story.
Sure.
When COVID hit, I started getting several requests from my customers. Nikos, what do we do now? Should we continue washing our linen as we were doing before? And I said, you need to stop your operations until I visit you. And why did I say that? Because we had to comply with the Ministry of Health thermal disinfection regulations. I couldn't do that from the comfort of my home because it's not just about setting the right chemicals. I had to reprogram my customers' machines. So what did I do? I dressed up like an astronaut and I entered the laundries and I reprogrammed them. Otherwise, my customers wouldn't be able to wash their linen. So it's not a set it and forget it practice.
All right, Mr. Chinmoy, would you like to add anything to this?
Well, I have already started this conversation and handed over to him, and he is absolutely on the point. And this is very, very important for having a periodical checkup for this chemical dispensing system. Otherwise, this will work haywire, because if the calibration of in today's life, in 90% of the places, automatic dispensers are working. Any big commercial laundries, these automatic dispensers are the main thing. And there is a focus on that. Cameras are there, and we can check it on remote, that what is happening, how it is playing on. So without having a proper monitoring and maintenance of that dispensing system, it's very difficult to maintain the consistency of the quality of wash that we do for this entire industry that we are giving the support for our customers.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. With this, we will wrap up this episode. It was wonderful to host both of you, and we learned a lot. And to our listeners, if you like this episode by Diversey, a Solenis company, don't forget to hit the like button and share the word. Until next time, thank you.